Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about overcoming download resistance. Alright, so yesterday I met with a potential client about creating an app for their business. So a mobile app for their business. And I won't go into the specifics of it because NDAs and all this kind of stuff, but we had a nice long conversation and one question came up, kind of threw me a bit because I didn't have a really good answer for it, but I think I came up with something on the fly. Anyway, the question was, we've been having a conversation around the office and we think that people aren't using apps the way that they used to. Like people are downloading apps less and less all the time and they're not as popular as they used to be. Now, me as the master salesman that I am, I should have said, oh no, that's not true. People are always downloading apps or downloading them all the time. It's just as popular as ever been. But the truth is, if you read any of the reports, any of the news articles in the last few years, people aren't downloading apps as aggressively as they used to. They're a lot more selective and they're not doing it as often. But they still do download them. I mean, all of us have app downloads every day. We make money through apps, all that kind of stuff. So it is possible, but we have to think about why people would download it. Like they're a lot more selective and you can't just say, download my app, right? I always think of this example is the Domino's Pizza app. Now, if you watch the live stream, every time I end the live stream, on Friday nights, I go for pizza, and I always go to Domino's. And while I'm sitting there waiting for the pizza, waiting for them to call my name, right? I look on the wall. There's a poster that says, "Download the Domino's app." Right? I have never downloaded it. I've never been tempted to download it. As an app developer, you think I'd at least be a bit curious, but I've never actually done it because that wasn't enough information. Like there wasn't anything really specific about how would this benefit me to download it, and it's something. Or to download an app rather than just go onto their website. And this is something we have to think about a lot as app developers. We can't just think that people are going to download our apps once they find them. I mean, finding them, that's the first part. But then we have to think, how do we get past the download resistance? Because that's what it is, right? Before, people would download loads of apps and they'll just remove them or whatever and they fill up their phone with disk space. But now, they really need a good reason to download the apps. I mean, and I think it's going to get more and more. As more and more competition goes out there, it's got to be, does it have a lot of good ratings? Is it easy to download? Is it very clear about what it does? All that kind of stuff. So today I wanted to talk about that, download resistance, because that was another thing that came up in the meeting where she was saying, so should we just charge for the application? Should we just make charge whatever, $3 or $4 for the application? And I said, you could just charge for the application, but I wouldn't, right? Because that's it. When you're meeting with a client, you're not just there telling them what's technically possible. You have to give your opinion on things too, which is if you ever meet with clients, right? So I said, I wouldn't do it. I would release a free version with in-app purchases and then also release a paid version unless they want to go that way. That's the way I always do it. Use in-app purchases, either use a subscription or a non-managed app for this type of thing, or non-consumable purchase. Right? I want to do that because that increases the amount of friction they have to download it. So like if you're lucky enough to get them to find the page and the business has been promoting the app well so that they're able to show the benefit that it has, download our app because with our app you'll be able to do this, this, and this, and it'll make your life easier this way, and this way, rather than just download our app because it'll be fun, right? Once they get to that bit, they get people going to the App Store page and hopefully the screenshots demonstrate what it will do for them, like the type, if it's a game, how much fun it's going to be, if it's a utility app, how it's going to be able to help them, if it's an educational app, what it's actually going to teach them. Once they get to that bit, once they see that price tag, that might be another source of friction, like, not going to do that. So one of the things that I'm always thinking about is what's going to cause friction on the user journey here. So like, if they see it show up in search results, does the icon look pleasing enough? Is it something that looks fun and enjoyable or whatever, right? And that's, up and down. We're always changing that kind of stuff. It's like, that's not a science at all, right? And once they get to the App Store page, right, do these screenshots say what the application does? Not just show pictures of it, but actually walk them through the story of what it does. And and are the reviews good so that they can just glance at the reviews and think, yes, that's worth downloading, right? Are they going to be able to, is it free? Are they going to be able to download it? And I know now it says contains in-app purchases, which I guess we just have to deal with, but I wish, that's a little bit of friction, but it is what it is. So then they download the application, and then once they download the application and they open it, the last thing they want to see is a registration or a login page. This is one of my pet peeves. I talk to my developers about this all the time too, because it adds friction to the journey. That's, for me, every time I download an app and the first thing I get is a login screen or register with us, I don't care. Like, I haven't seen anything that demonstrates that it'll be any use to me. So, like, a lot of times when we do applications, and I've told clients that we need to do it this way, I've told developers, I've argued with developers about this, like, no, we need to be able to provide some sort of value when they download the application and then demonstrate why they should do the upgrade, why they should do the in-app purchase. But download resistance is something that we all face as app developers, and it's one of the things you need to think about on the user journey. It's not just what it does, it's how can we clear all those roadblocks in the way? Because ultimately what we want them to do is download our apps, see our ads, make the in-app purchases, and actually go through there, and we want to remove any bit of friction that could be in the way, right? And this is like I said, when I talk with our developers, and they're thinking from a very technical point of view, and they're thinking, okay, the first thing we should do is have a login screen, or we should have this and this, and I'm thinking, I don't want that, because that might stop them. Anything that could stop them from moving forward and getting to where we want them to be in the application, right? You want to make an easy user experience, and you start with that by putting a free application rather than a paid application. You remove any roadblocks and show them some value before they actually make any purchases so that they can make the purchase, unless you have really, really good marketing and you only have a paid version and they can see from the screenshots why they should pay that money to do it, and the reviews and everything like that, right? And just make it as effortless as possible. Download resistance. We all need to overcome it as app developers, because it is getting harder and harder as app developers get people to download our apps. But what's the alternative? PWA website, they all have their own resistance too. They all have their own friction. So let me know what you guys think. Do you agree or disagree with that? I was thinking about it all last night after that meeting. Anyway, that is it for today. I'll talk to you guys again next time.